Welcome back to my channel. I'm Zipporah the Lux Angel, and today I am back with another tarot card reading. Please remember that these readings are timeless, general, and for entertainment purposes only. That means only listen to what directly applies to your personal situation, leave the rest for someone else. And by all means, please contact licensed professionals and or the proper authorities regarding any mental, medical, legal, or financial emergencies and or crises. That being said, let us begin. The handbag of the day is my beautiful Gucci Marmont, and she will serve as the vision board inspiration for all you wonderful manifestors out there. If you'd like to see me styling my luxury capsule collection, you can check out the series I have here on YouTube called Battle of the Bags. Let us begin. I am going to begin by choosing a deck for your reading. And the deck I am going with is going to be the Llewellyn Tarot by Llewellyn Publications. I'm going to shuffle, so if you don't want to stay through the shuffling, I will have the timestamp in the description box for you guys below. All right, let us begin. Please and thank you, Spirit. Collective energies, please and thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective, please and thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. Please and thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. Please and thank you, Spirit. Collective energy. Please and thank you, Spirit. Collective energies, please and thank you, Spirit. Alrighty then. We'll do one more shuffle. Alright, well, we'll do one more. Alright, let us begin. Okay, we're starting off with the Knight of Pentacles, being very prudent, persistent, practical, and very careful to make sure we reach our goals. We have the Seven of Swords. This Seven of Swords looks interesting because it almost looks like the Five of Swords. Very interesting. But either way, oh, are we secretly, strategically working on our goals? Is that what this is? Working on our finances? We have the Star, okay? Y'all are keeping mum about this. Y'all are doing this under the radar, but employing strategies because y'all see some opportunity in y'all future that y'all really want to work towards. Something has stirred your imagination, has got you all excited. You see it as the hope for your future. You see it as the way forward for you, and it is drawing you. Ace of Cups. Wow. All right. So whatever this, you have a lot of love for it. You're secretly doing so. You might be engaging in this already. Yeah, but it's not a Pentacles. You're already doing this. So you're secretly doing something. Okay. This something that you love. Okay. Something that you shine at. That is who you truly are. But you're doing it stealthily, you're doing it, but you're also doing it methodically, because the Seven of Swords in the highest, energy represents strategy and strategizing. And with this Star and this Ace of Cups here, it's looking like really positive how you're doing this. And it's also in the second house of like finances. So, whoop, we have the Empress. We have the Empress. All right. We went from the Knight of Pentacles to the Empress. Okay. And this is almost like a spirit is saying, like, when you follow your heart and your dream and your vision, you're going to be successful. You're going to go from a Knight of Pentacles to the Empress. Okay. You're putting in the work, and then suddenly it's like it builds on itself. It takes a life of its own. And now it's just like, it's almost like, this is where it's like if you started a business, now the business is just rolling. You don't even need to be there. It just operates on itself, kind of like on autopilot. So you can go travel while it's running and still making you money, that kind of a thing. With this star card and it's in the third house, this could be something that has to do with being online or communicating online. Hello, welcome to the world that we live in these days. Okay, social media and the like. I mean, even if you're a traditional companies, they have websites and they'll have a blog for their website. So you could be doing something like that, but particularly with this third house star, it's like you shine at communicating. It's who you are and you love it. And spirit is giving you an opportunity now to do something that you love. And it's like you're keeping it quiet, which is good because that's leading to results with this the Empress card. We have Judgment. Ooh, so it's like you were called to be stealth about this. You were called to not let the right hand know what the left hand is doing, or vice versa, however that saying goes. All right. Well, let me see here. Am I getting anything else with that? It's almost like having to do this stealthily made you realize something, though. Made you realize something maybe about your environment that you're in. Okay, because we're seeing renewal in your environment and in your home life. And so that's almost like your closest associations. It's like you're waking up to the fact that, like, why should I have to be so stealth about these things around the people that I may care about, that I may love? And that's giving you some revelations that might be pretty difficult for you, because it's just like, why would anybody have to hide what they love and what they're doing? We have the Three of Wands. You're still rolling on anyway, so it don't matter. It's just that that's happening. Wow, this is beautiful energy. This is you guys really getting the reward. Like, this is Spirit's confirmation to you that if you keep going like this Knight of Pentacles would do, they see things through. They're very practical and they're committed and they're dedicated and loyal to what they're doing. If you keep that same energy, this is going to blossom into your wildest dreams coming true. We have the Five of Pentacles, but it's underneath this Ace of Cups. So it's almost like this is what you're healing. You're healing the Five of Pentacles. I don't know what happened in your past, but I'm seeing that you had to leave, like, just people from your past. Like, you had to leave them behind because they weren't on board with what you were doing. That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you have to be stealth about these people? And in the house of the others, like the seventh house, the house of others and your relationships, it's a Three of Wands. So it's almost like looking out for new opportunities in that area. And then in the house of intimacy with others or shared resources, we have this Five of Pentacles, meaning you weren't getting reciprocity there. And this can be any type of relationships, friendships, family members, which I'm really seeing here with this third house and this fourth house star, Ace of Cups. But it's looking like it's for your highest good out here. Look at that. Nine of Pentacles. We're going from the Knight of Pentacles, Empress, Nine of Pentacles. Like I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. It keeps on rolling. It's taking on a life of its own because the Empress is like Venus energy. So it's almost like you're blessed. It's like you're cultivating this energy in your life, you know? Almost like when you focus on something, you see more and more of it. You manifest more and more of it. So whether this is confirmation for you to do this and or you've already done this because it's past, present, future type of reading, it's like this is going to be the end result. Success. Okay? Success. And Spirit is saying that you're already successful because you've made these changes, because you're already on this road, because you answered the call and you're looking outward, and because you are willing to move away from areas that did not support its growth. It's like, you see, because she's in the fields, like on a farm. It's like you've cultivated the land by removing anything that wouldn't be in alignment, by going out of places that didn't serve you, and by staying committed to this goal. And clearly you were committed if you were doing it even in secret and strategically, right? It's like you have fertile ground now, and the blessings of Venusian energy that the divine is giving to you to cultivate because they see that you are dedicated. Wow, it's beautiful. We have the Two of Swords underneath this Judgment. Like, what is, yeah, this is the people that, this is the blocking. They're blocked off from it. They're blocked off from knowing what you're doing, seeing what you're doing. They don't know. But it's also like you're also going to have decisions and choices to make, because I'm telling you, this is going to blossom beyond your wildest dreams. It's going to be bigger than you think that it's going to be. I can see that because you're just in the Knight of Pentacles right now, but you just love what you're doing. But with the Empress here, it's going to be even more than you anticipate. Yeah, but I am seeing it's like keep that same energy of not letting the people from your past who just kept you in a state of lack, whether mentally and or literally, like if you're in any relationships where they weren't giving back to you the way you were giving to them, weren't pouring into you, weren't believing in you, basically. Yeah, we have the Devil. Of course, they would want to rear their ugly ass head. They think they're about to become part of your blessing, get something that you have. They see the star on you. So that's why I said this could be online or something like that. But they're blocked off from it. That was your strategy. It's the Seven of Swords, the strategy. And then it's the Judgment card. That was your strategy, and it was the Two of Swords. Your strategy was to block these people because they were no good for you. They were no good for you at all, at all. I'm getting leech energy. Like they were going to suck you dry, and you'd be constantly working for nothing because they'd be taking from you and not giving, not equally giving to the pot. Like this is where if you had living, you know, let's say you're multi-generational living and like you're the one working, and everybody else is just kind of like not really taking their life seriously, not trying to better themselves in any way. So you're picking up all the slack. And therefore, everything that you're working hard for, you're giving most of it away to them because they know that you will do it. So it's like they don't have any incentive to do more themselves to add and match your energy. Instead, they're just draining yours. See? But death, transformation. Yes, indeed. But you put an end to that, and now you're healing from it as well. Whew. Wow. See? Look at that. Ace of Pentacles from the divine, a new opportunity. Spirit is giving you this new opportunity because they see that you will nurture this seed. You will take care of it. It reminds me of the parable of the seeds. Like the farmer or the planter had all these seeds, and he sowed these seeds, and some of them fell on the wayside and they got dried up by the sun and didn't grow. Some of them got choked out by weeds. Some of them this and this, but then the sun came onto the goodly soil. And Spirit is seeing that you're the goodly soil. That whatever opportunity that Spirit gives you, you're going to protect it at all costs. Even if you got to strategize and be slick and then block some people, you're not going to allow them to deter you. So that's why Spirit would bless you with this. Okay. Yes, and now you can finally put an end to the conflict. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. Yeah, these people may have had you in conflict because they were like pretty much putting pressure on you, like as if it was your duty or your responsibility. And that's what I'm really getting with this Knight of Pentacles. Like it was your duty and your responsibility to use your abundance mindset, your Empress, Nine of Pentacles energy to work for them, Knight of Pentacles. They wanted to see the reverse of what is happening here, like all your abundance going toward them. And so they're probably, what I'm seeing here, bring conflict towards you. And a lot of it is out of jealousy and spite because they didn't have the opportunities themselves because they're not putting in the work. But Spirit is saying now you can rest from that. Now you can get a reprieve. And now, but you're healing from that also. Spirit wants you to know. It's like you really are healing from that. So, you know, be gentle with yourself. But also Spirit wants you to see how far you've come. Okay? See how far you've come. You've achieved something here. That's beautiful. You've achieved something here. So it's like now you can relax a bit. Like Spirit is going to make sure that they get you the resources. If you keep believing and keep working toward it, Spirit is going to give you that reciprocity. The reciprocity that they did not have, okay? To turn this 5 of Pentacles into a 6 of Pentacles, right? Spirit is giving it to you instead. 5 to the 6, okay? 5 plus 1 is 6. Spirit is going to give you the reciprocity because these people didn't have it for you. And I'm really getting family, and it always sucks when that happens, but like, it is what it is. Oh, yeah. You had to go out and become something else, even when the people in your life were not modeling that to you. You could have had parents who didn't model that to you. They just kind of like expected you to be the one to go out and do things. You know what I mean? But it's like you worked really hard to become something, and now Spirit is saying, no, you can't share it with them because you would just be depleting yourself. It's a no. They got to remain blocked so that you can get into your new cycle and get all the rewards that you've worked for. You won't see the rewards that you've worked for if you stay with these people because they'll just be draining it from you. And you won't see any results from that because they're not going to be using it for anything that they're investing in. They're not investing anything. This is where, you know, I'm not like going to kind of call out any lines of work or anything like that, but this is where they're just not bettering themselves. Like they're staying very small because they're like, oh, well, they'll do it. They're the ones who's going to make all the money. And therefore, if you gave them any money, they'll be just spending it, not trying to better themselves at all. Yes, I know it is sad when these things have to happen, but these things do have to happen. I mean, if you want to have a better life for yourself and if you want your health to be well, because I'm seeing healing that needed to take place. Okay, not let's just take the finances out of it. These cards could all represent the body as well, which is what happens when you get drained, which is what happens when things aren't equally yoked. Your energy reserves get drained from working for people who are ungrateful. Okay, just take the family out of it. If this was a job, would you take that? Hopefully not. If this was a job and you were working, they were never showing the fruits, giving you the fruits of your labor, you would be drained. Okay. And then you would be like, I got to look for new employment. Well, the same is true of family and friends. If they're not pouring into you the way that you're pouring into them, and you're the only one picking up the slack, well, that has a physical effect in the sense that it causes resentments and things like that build up painful happenings in the body. It does. Okay. But I'm seeing that Spirit is ushering this healing in for you so you can transform this. So make sure that, okay, this past, present, or future, make sure when this comes in, you take the opportunity and you keep it from the people that you know who are using you and abusing their role in your life, their status in your life as friend or family or whatever, and they were abusing it and just using you. You keep those people out of your life because that's all that they will do. All right, let us get some oracle cards with this one. We're going to go in with the Ascended Masters Oracle by Doreen Virtue. But overall, this is very good. Like I said, bottom of the deck, Spirit making sure that they invest in you where others didn't. And then this Empress, 9 of Pentacles, absolutely beautiful. But it comes with, I know, transforming out of this cycle where you had a devil. It's like a devil energy. This is like, I'm just seeing greedy people. Like, just using you, period. All right, Spirit, what further messages do we have with this? Oh, pardon me. It is later when I'm doing these readings. One more. Focus on your strengths. Exactly. Focus upon your strengths. And your strength is the ability to invest in yourself, to work hard. You're not a lazy person. You're a very hardworking person. When you see a goal, you set out to it. That's your strength. Your ability, you're going to manifest what you want. Spirit is always going to give you in the physical what you want because you actually put in the work for it. That's just your character and who you are. Remember I said something about writing? Okay? I'm like, it's communication. It's in the third house, this star card. Okay, so focus upon your strengths. All right. So Spirit is encouraging you to do that, what it is that you absolutely love, and to write. Also, this could also be writing down your goals. Okay. And with where this is falling, with this 2 of Swords and Judgment and the 7 of Swords, this is Spirit saying no contact with these people. They're not going to... Every time if you try to contact these people and stay in communication with these people, it's not going to be good. They're going to just continue to try to manipulate you into getting what they want. So I'm seeing this will be the type of people where it's like no contact. So, and if that's the case, then this Star and Ace of Cups definitely does represent healing, because you need to heal from the death of, especially if this is family or friends, you need to heal from the loss of these relationships, because you would be going through a grieving process of sorts. So definitely seek out some therapy, looking like you may have the funds to do it. But if you don't, feel comfortable with that, like I said, therapists write books, get books on learning to move on from difficult family or users or whatever. Google some things. It's a positive change, though. It's a positive change. You moving on, it's a positive change. Though it hurts, though it is sad. I'm saying you know that, though, because you're the one who answered the call in the first place to move on from these people and do what you need to do. And we have open your heart to love. And with this one, I really am getting, because it's coming up under this, above this Ace of Cups. And it's just like, yeah, you need heart healing. You need heart healing. Because it's like, especially if this is family, then you weren't getting love. You're getting users as your family. So you were never getting the nurturing that you needed. So it's like you need to open your heart. Again, I'm just getting like I said, therapy or talking to a counselor, but also the books. Healing from, like I said, difficult family, toxic family, users, enablers, all these kinds of things. And we have crystals. Every time I'm pulling out this deck lately, this comes out. And it might as well be this Ace of Pentacles. Because for me, when I'm reading about these crystals, it's like that is a representation of things crystallizing into the physical form. Manifestation gifts, which you clearly have. This is your strength. And this is what I remember I said with the write. It's going to be writing your affirmations and manifestations. They will come through. Yeah. Focus upon your strengths. And with yours, it's hard work and putting in the investment. And then it's writing out the future you see for yourself. And then we have the positive change card, which is basically the Wheel of Fortune. And you see she even has a wheel back there. And then it's open your heart to love. It's like healing taking place because of these positive changes. It's going to be able to open and release your heart chakra. Because, it would be sad and painful when you realize that people don't have your back. When you, like I said, you woke up to the fact that you have to keep this from these people. That's tough to deal with. So it's like, now you can start to heal and open your heart to other things. But your gifts are coming up in crystallizing into form. Okay, the Spirit wants you to be very gentle with yourself at this time. Spirit doesn't want you to hold on to resentments for these people. This is where you forgive them, but love them from afar. Like, we're still not, a lot of them, this is a block. 7 of Swords, Judgment, 2 of Swords underneath this right card. So it's like, give yourself peace, because it's like you did have to balance, you had to do this. You had this because it says balance home life and career on this, or balance career and home life. And it's like you had to measure what was worth taking in the scales. And the only way to balance it was to make the decision to transform the situation with this devil, which was the leech. I can see. They see your star. Yeah. This is the star, the 3 of Wands, the devil. They see your star, they see your gift, they see your talent, they see your potential. And they're waiting for your ships to come in so they can latch onto it. Okay? But Spirit says nurture yourself. Yeah. They have the Mother Mary card. It's like you have to reparent yourself, because it's like whoever were your caretakers, or at least one of them, somebody was not really nurturing you. They were basically gearing you up to just take care of them in a way, and not in the good way where it's like, oh, you know, my parents are older and now I can take care of them. No, this is where it was like they didn't want to put in it's like parentification almost. Google that, where it's like they didn't want to put in the work to be the parent they needed to be in your life. So it's like you had to pick up the slack, and so you grew up fast, and that's why you have this Knight of Pentacles energy. Okay, this is why this is your strength, because you realized you were going to have to go out and pick up the slack. But now it's time for you to nurture yourself. Now it's time for you to heal and open your heart up to love, because Spirit saw everything that happened is going to give you the joys of your heart and the abundance that you so deserve. But please take this part seriously, because anytime you got to self-orphan or like leave behind people that you actually cared about because they're not changing, because they're toxic, that is painful. It is. And there's nothing you can do about it besides protect yourself, which I'm seeing y'all realize that. So please do get the help that you need. But what I'm seeing here is positivity, because you've done this. For most of you, you've already done this. Like I said, Spirit is it's going to be successful. You're going to see the fruits of it. It's going to transform. Just keep your eyes on this as long as you keep going. So this is confirmation for those of you who may not be in this energy yet, but you've been getting the information that like you need to not tell this person when you get a raise, because all they're going to do is ask you for more money, because now they're like, oh, you got a raise, you can afford to give us more money. You know what I mean? Keeping your plans to yourself, keeping your good news to yourself, so that it doesn't get stifled out and choked out like the seeds that got choked out by the weeds. Your weeds were these family and friends who was lying in wait to just take all the blessings. They were going to choke it out and you wouldn't be able to see it. So just know that on the other side of doing what you know you have to do, because we have the Judgment card here, you know you have to do this. When you're on the other side of that, that looks like you finally getting the success that you deserve, and being able to see the rewards, like I said, because you weren't going to see it with them draining you. You weren't even going to be able to feel it, because you would have no energy to even enjoy it. All right. But kudos to you for all of you who've already done this, and thank your higher power that they're waking you up to this, and trust that as long as you keep going, you're going to see the results of your labor. All right. That is a message that I have for you all. I hope that you enjoyed it and you got something beneficial from it. Thank you for stopping by. Please remember to like, share with someone who cares, save it to the playlist for future reference, and by all means, subscribe for more wonderful readings and luxurious eye candy such as this. And until next time, have a gorgeous day. Bye.